Hello everyone. In today's video lecture, we will be discussing one of the important topic under production management, that is related to design of a product. As we are aware that whatever the various activities which are being carried in the manufacturing firm, they are leading toward the output in the form of product which can be a tangible or intangible item. What factors, what theory the production manager has to keep in mind while they are designing a product. Product designing can be done with respect to the existing product or else when a new product is being launched in the market. In today's lecture, we will try to understand the concept, the meaning, that what we mean by product design, and what are the various tools and approaches and factors which are available in the market which the manager adopts for designing of a product.
Okay, sir.
So students, in today's lecture, we will try to take up another aspect of manufacturing company. Whether we say as manufacturing company or a service company, it is one and the same thing. Reason being, both the type of companies are making use of input, process, and output is being produced, which may be in the form of goods and services. But basically, whenever we decide or we try to discuss about input, process, and output, then the products which can be seen from the tangible, the products which are tangible, the examples of those products become easy for explanation. That means manufacturing company is always concerned the best for giving the explanation about the product design or development of any product or item. So here also, we are trying to take up one concept of a manufacturing company, that is designing and development of the product. That what effort, what concern are being taken by the company when they are trying to design or develop a product. Basically, when we say the company is trying to design, it means the characteristics of the product. Now, the characteristics or the design of the product will be based on the company point of view as well as the customer point of view. What the company can afford and what the company and what the customer desire. Both have to be considered and balance has to be maintained. Company always make an effort that they try to produce the product as per the need, want, and desire of the customer. So when the company is trying to design a product, certain characteristics are kept in mind. Like we can say appearance, that it should be good appearance. That means the product should appeal to the customer. They should feel the desire to hold, to feel, to purchase the product. Company has to be very much conscious in using the material for designing of the product. The dimensions, the tolerance, and the performance standard. That means we are trying to say that appearance, material, dimensions, tolerance, performance standard, these are the various main attributes which has to be considered for designing a product. Like you can see, the major concept and definition has been given. Product design refer to a new product through the analytic process and relies on a problem solving approach to improve the quality of life the end user. That means that the basic idea is that we are trying to design so that the quality and the life of the product is going to use when it is being used by the end user, that is the customer. It is basically creating a new product for sale to customer through the systematic generation and development of idea that eventually lead to the creation of a new product. That means we have to keep in mind that when we talk about the designing, then designing considers when the product is being launched in the market. But you can also say that designing can be changed or new design can be brought in the existing product. But what the manufacturing company does, that they try to keep on changing the design of the product along with the attributes of the product so that the design has its life cycle. And when the design is changed, automatically some attributes will be added in the ingredients of the product, and the product will be considered as a new product in the market. As you are also aware that customer desire, customer need has to be kept in mind while we are designing the product. Basically, when a product is being launched in the market, company do not try to bring all the attributes in the very same product. Company try to bring few attributes and a basic design is launched in the market. And when the product is launched in the market, the customer, they try to grab the product, and slowly and gradually they take the opinion of the existing customer and prospective customer, and they try to bring some changes in their launched product, and again they relaunch their existing as a new product in the market. Designing can involve, the change in designing can involve the dimensions, the productivity, the material, the color, the appearance, the texture, everything. Like you can say, when a new refrigerator is being launched in the market, the basic color, we can say as black and white, they are brought in the market. When black and white, they are able to attain their saturation, then the company try to bring the new, different, colorful product in the market. That means the company want to attract the existing customer as well as the new customer for purchasing their product, which has been launched as a new product in the market itself. So designing is one of the crucial aspect, one of the important aspect which the company has to keep in mind, because if the design is not proper, appearance is not good, material is not good, the productivity is not good, the quality is not good, it will not be accepted in the market. Now, these are the few characteristics that we can say we have to keep in mind while we are proposing for the quality of any, or we can say the designing of any product. First of all, we should keep in mind that जो main function है वो तो कम से कम वो perform करे. The main function of the product has to be optimally performed, reliable to use. That means customers should feel safe, free, and purposeful for using the product. Repair is one of the major concern of every customer if the product is durable and if we are talking about the FMCG product. The cost is also there and repair is also there. And the repairing cost, the service cost has to be minimum or optimum, that we can say. Follow principles of ethics. The next point is principle of aesthetic, which means the beauty of the product. Attractive, good-looking products are always demanded in the market. Durability has to be also checked. It is also one of the concern point. Reasonable cost, that is, we are talking about the manufacturing cost, we can say. The quality should not be compromised while we are designing the product. Very simple to use, we can say. Compactness of the product should be maintained, and product standardization and variety reduction. That product should be standard, and variety of the product by the same company giving the same satisfaction has to be avoided. These are the various characteristics while we are trying to design a product. Now, objectives, we can say, objectives and factors affecting. First of all, we take up the objective portion. That what are the objectives that we are supposed to or we are keeping in mind while we are designing? Profit. ये तो भाई है ही है, कोई भी काम करेंगे because we are businessman, व्यापारी हैं. To keep the product manufacturing cost as minimum. Again, the same aspect that minimum cost is going to increase the demand. Quality, that we have already discussed. Minimum wastage, quickly possible time with the minimum wastage and ensure the manufacturability. That means the manufacturer is able to manufacture it properly. Now, factors, that what factors are concerned while we are designing a product. First of all, we should keep in mind that what is the customer requirement, that what our customer want. That means the product should be designed in such a manner that which fulfill the need of the customer. क्योंकि डिजाइन आप जितना भी अच्छा कर लें, अगर उसको कस्टमर के नीड को, पर्पस को फुलफिल नहीं करेगा, इट विल बी वंस एक्सेप्टेड बट नॉट रिपीटेड. एक बार तो कस्टमर ले लेगा लेकिन दोबारा उसको अप्रोच नहीं करेगा. तो जिस पर्पस के लिए, जिस रिक्वायरमेंट के लिए आपने बनाया है, दैट रिक्वायरमेंट हैज टू बी फुलफिल्ड. Then the second point I'm trying to say, balance between functionality and form. That means कि जो performance है, that should match with the appearance of the product. Functionality means performance and form means appearance. That if the appearance is good, then the performance should also be good. There should be a balance. ऐसा ना हो कि आपने गुड लुकिंग तो बहुत बना दिया, ब्यूटीफुल, लेकिन काम करने में बेकार. Type of material used. That means the quality, we can say here, can be one of the concern point, that we should be there should be conformity with the type of material to be used in the manufacturing. User convenience, बहुत बार ऐसा होता है, द परचेजर कैन बी अ रिटेलर, द परचेजर कैन बी अ कस्टमर, बट दैट कस्टमर कैन नॉट बी द यूजर. So the product, the person who is using, that person get the comfortability, that has to be kept in mind. Work method and equipment. That means the available technology, method, and equipment is also one of the determining factor for the product design. That what technology, what method, and what equipment that we are using. Right? Process capability. That means the product design should be in a line with the capability of the manufacturing process. That means that does not suit the available process. That if the product design is not suiting the available process, then the manufacturer is supposed to change the process. कि कंपनी की जो कैपेबिलिटी है, उस कैपेबिलिटी के हिसाब से उस प्रोडक्ट के डिजाइन के प्रोसेस को रखा जाए. Packaging, one of the important factor that we are supposed to keep in mind, because certain times a bad packing of the product lead to damage to the product, which lead to rejection or acceptance in the market. But while packaging, we are also supposed to keep in mind that cost of packing should not increase so much that it cannot be afforded by the customer. Design of existing product. If the product is already existing in market, then we are supposed to keep in mind that what design that product has. And the new design should be enhancement over the existing design of the product. Lastly, we can say, not the last, the second last, the cost price ratio. That whatever the cost that we are incurring in designing the product should not overrun the cost incurred in utility of that product. And lastly, we can say that we are supposed to maintain, or we are supposed to attain, the product quality also. That means that we can say the desired level of product quality is one of the important factor that we are supposed to consider while we are designing the product. Now, the approaches that we can say, that what are the approaches of the product design. Approaches means that what we are supposed to consider while designing. It can be said as one of the factor itself, लेकिन डिजाइनिंग के वक्त हम लोगों को क्या क्या चीजें ध्यान में रखनी पड़ेंगी while we are designing the product. पहला है डिजाइन फॉर कस्टमर. मतलब कंपनी कौन कौन सी अप्रोच अपने दिमाग में रख सकता है और किन किन अप्रोचों को कंपनी अडॉप्ट. मींस ये नहीं कह रहे हैं कि ये सारी अप्रोचेस कंपनी को करनी है, लेकिन किसी एक अप्रोच पे कंपनी वर्क कर सकता है, और कंपनी कैन गो फॉर मेकिंग यूज ऑफ मोर देन वन अप्रोचेस व्हाइल दे आर डिजाइनिंग द प्रोडक्ट. पहला हम लोग कह रहे हैं इसमें डिजाइन फॉर कस्टमर. मतलब अंडर दिस अप्रोच customer saying is the guiding force for the product design. That means we can say the matrix, the layout of the house of the customer has to be kept in mind, that what the product is, what is the utility, and where the customer can place the product to have the full usage of that product itself. तो डिजाइनिंग हमको ऐसे करनी चाहिए. मीन जैसे कि हम लोग वॉशिंग मशीन कर रहे हैं, तो हमेशा ध्यान में रखा जाए कि कस्टमर अगर होगा तो उसको टैप के पास उसकी यूटिलिटी रहेगी, या फिर वॉशरूम के पास, या फिर आउटर एरियाज में, या बालकनी में रखा जाएगा. तो ऐसे उसका डिजाइनिंग हो, सो दैट द it can be kept at a very small and a desired place itself. Secondly, we are saying design for manufacture and assembly, कि जो हमारा पहले से ही असेंबली स्टैब्लिश्ड है, पूरा प्लांट स्टैब्लिश्ड है और उसमें हम लोग चेंजेस करना पॉसिबल नहीं है, then the design has to be kept in mind so that the assembly line that we are having of the manufacturing, that can be properly used. The engineering plant that we are having, that can be easily used. Then we can say design for ease of प्रोडक्शन. और हम लोग हमेशा बात करते हैं कि जब भी हम लोग डिजाइन करें तो इन तीन चीजों का ध्यान में रखें: स्पेसिफिकेशन, स्टैंडर्डाइजेशन एंड सिंप्लीफिकेशन. स्पेसिफिकेशन मींस डिटेल एंड डिस्क्रिप्शन ऑफ द प्रोडक्ट, लाइक डायमेंशन, वॉल्यूम, वेट. इन सब चीजों का हम ध्यान में रखेंगे. स्टैंडर्डाइजेशन मींस basically we can say that if we are able to maintain the standard, then automatically the large quantities of manufacturing could be done at a lower cost. And moreover, if the product is standard, it can be accepted by a large group of customers. And simplification means removal of unnecessary and unwanted processes, which may decrease the quality and consumer satisfaction. So that simplification has to be there. It should be simplified. It should be good so that we are able to understand. Fourthly, we are saying design for quality. That whatever the product that we are trying to design, we should keep in mind that quality compromises has not to be there. Reliability has to be there. The quality has to be also maintained. Designing for ergonomics, we can say. Ergonomics basically refer to efficiency and comfort of a product. That means generally the customer like the product if the product is comfortable, safe, and easy to use. So that has to be kept in mind by designing. Environmental production. This is also one of the concern point, that while we are designing, we should keep in mind that it should not pollute the environment, air, noise, water, anything that we can say. Designing for recycling, ये भी ध्यान में रखना पड़ेगा. ये कंपनी ध्यान में रखती भी है कि जब भी वो डिजाइन करती है, ध्यान में रखती है कि इसको फौरन हम लोग रिसाइकिल भी कर लें या एग्जिस्टिंग से न्यू प्रोडक्ट भी बना सकते हैं. डिसअसेंबली मतलब कि उसको तोड़ तोड़ के रखना हो, उसको डिसेंबल करना हो, वो भी पॉसिबल हो. उस कंसर्न से भी हम लोग अप्रोच में बढ़ सकते हैं. एंड डिजाइनिंग फॉर मास कस्टमाइजेशन, दैट मीन्स कि modular design may be used for this purpose, right? तो mass customization as per individual requirement के basis पर हो सकता है, right? So in today's lecture, basically we have tried to make an effort to discuss about that what are the approaches which the customer is supposed to keep in mind while they are designing, or the various approaches which the manufacturer can consider while designing, factor concerned, the various objectives and the characteristics and the basic concept that what we mean by design. In the next lecture, we will take up about the, we can say that how the product has to be developed. The process of design also we can have a look, and the development concern that we are trying to, or we will try to take up in the next lecture. Okay. Thank you for today. The next lecture we will take up with respect to development and the process design.